Remember, whenever God wants to make a man powerful, he always breaks him into pieces first. It's a process with God. And when you start walking with God, people will stop working with you. Not because they don't like you, but because you're about to sacrifice things they are not willing to sacrifice. But because, remember, whenever God wants to make a man powerful, he always breaks him into pieces first. It's a process with God. And when you start walking with God, people will stop working with you. Not because they don't like you, but because you're about to sacrifice things they are not willing to sacrifice. Remember, whenever God wants...
Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. A double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that rule well over the flock. The Taurus is 100% truth, man. Shalom to the few Akim and Akwathi out there listening and learning as well. You cancel the likewise doctrine is GMS, Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Now I was listening to this video with Bruce Lee, man. It hit me hard, because we was already broken, being in the dark outside of this truth in this world anyway, But when we found this truth, like he said, we had to sacrifice things, man. We had to be broken down and be built back up, and that goes into us, especially with these strongholds on our mind, following all these different lies, following the ways of men, following the ways of the world, man. And we get in this truth, you got to get rid of all those things. And in some cases, it hurts because we were so used to doing a lot of these things, that was outside of this truth. But now the Most High broke all of us down. That's in this truth, broke us down to build us up in the faith, build us up in the faith so we can be better men, acceptable unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And Bruce Lee's absolutely right. People will move themselves from you because of this truth. And the reason of that being is because everything that we stand for is contrary to the worldly ways, man. And people don't want to be around us. And I understand that, but we don't need those people around us. Darkness doesn't need to be with light. And I had a couple of scriptures pulled up because this hit me home, man. This is Matthew 16:24. Then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. And when you deny yourself and take up the cross, man, you ready to suffer for Yahweh Shai's sake, man. You ready to deny yourself and so heartily walk in the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We must be about our Father's business, man. This is Luke 2:49. And he said unto them, how is it that ye sought me? Wist ye not that I must be about my Father's business? We supposed to be about our Father's business, man. We got to let everything go on this side because nothing on this side even matters anymore anyway. Ecclesiastes 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble, man. When things get bad, don't run away from this truth. Just keep pushing, man. You know, that's part of this thing. You know, a lot of us, we sacrifice our time and put it into Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know, because that's the will of the Father for us to do, to go and teach and work on ourselves, man. We got to get our minds right, you know. And like I said, this hit differently when you actually listen to what Bruce Lee's saying there, man. You know, a lot of people in this world, they don't want to sacrifice anything. They want everything that they got and the way they got it. You know, but in the times that we're living in, we're in a very good spot, man. You know, being in this truth and everything. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And that increase is going to be them new bodies, man. And these law, statutes, commandments put into our inward parts, man. You know, that's great power. But remember what he said. God breaks you down to pieces, and then he brings you back up to give you them powers, man. And that's where we are headed, Lord willing, out of that number. You know, we've been broke down. All of us, all the brothers that's sincere in this thing, been broken all the way down to their knees to be built back up by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, he put that spirit in us, gave us that fire to make ourselves become men according to his will. You know, that's a beautiful thing, man. Ecclesiasticus 2:4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And a lot of us are changed into a lower state. We are in a lower state. We're in these fleshly bodies, you know, but we got hope. And getting into the kingdom and getting those new bodies and being under this new covenant, man, and seeing Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, so we got to take it cheerfully to be on this lower state, but because we know something good is going to come behind all of this, and that's the kingdom. To live forever, to rule over your oppressors, man. Ecclesiasticus 2:5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, man. See, we got to be tried in this fire. And being tried in that fire, you being broke down to be brought back up. To be made acceptable, man. You know? This is Romans 12:1. I beseech you, brethren. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, set apart, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. You see? So we got to make our bodies a living sacrifice, man. We got to suffer, because sacrifice going to suffer. All the things that we used to do, we let those things go. And you suffer, you know, as far as your flesh is concerned, because your flesh want all of these things. The things that your body, that you used to do, your flesh, you get tempted with that, man, and you want to go back to doing those worldly things. You know, that's why you got to stand strong, man, and stay prayed up. You know, stay in the word. You know, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God, man. You see? Salakia. Give me 1 second. Salakia. Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove that is what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So we gotta be in a different mind state, man. We had to change. And we gotta change for the better. Because there's nothing left here. Going through these curses and all of these different things we got to go through on a daily, paying all these bills, all of this stuff. This is not life, no. So we realized these things, and we started to, sacrifice our old selves to become new creatures, man. 1 Samuel 2:35, and I will raise me up a faithful priest that shall do according to that which is in mine heart and in my mind, and I will build him a sure house, and he shall walk before mine anointed forever, man. You see that? The Most High is building us up, and he's going to eventually, Lord willing, he's going to give us that spiritual power. That was a beautiful thing. What Bruce Lee was saying right there. Let me see if it might not play again, but I'm going to go back and get it. Because that was beautiful, man.
Remember, whenever God wants to make a man powerful, he always breaks him into pieces first. It's a process with God. And when you start working with God, people will start working with you. Not because they don't like you, but because you're about to sacrifice things they are not willing to sacrifice.
And like I said before, everything that we stand for according to these scriptures, man, is contrary to these worldly people's states of mind. And that's why they detach from us. But it's okay. That's the will of the Father, because we don't need to be dealing with the people that's in this world anyway on that type of level, dealing with worldly people every day. You see that? John 3:30, he must increase, but I must decrease, because this fight is not about us, man. It's not about us. It's all about the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We decreasing while he's increasing, because later on we will increase when he come back and give us the glorified bodies and put the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts, and we be in that new covenant and we have the kingdom, man. It's not for us, and there's a lot of brothers out here that try to increase within themselves, making themselves look like something that they're not, and not glorifying the Father, man. He that cometh from above is above all. You see that? The Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is above all things, man. We don't matter here. We in this dirty ass flesh. That's why we got broke down to be built up in the spirit. And Lord willing, the Most High will take this spirit out of this body and put it in that new, refurbished, righteous body, man. He that coming from above is above all. He that is of the earth is earthly, and speaketh of the earth. He that cometh from above is heaven is above all. You see that? The worldly people, they just speaking worldly things, man. And we trying to be of the spirit, so we speak of spiritual things and things to come. This is Acts chapter 20, verse 32. And now, brethren, I commend you to God and to the word of his grace, which is able to build you up. You see that? Because without these scriptures, man, we will be broken into many pieces. Because of these scriptures, we've been built up in the spirit, man, and we're steady growing. Just like that faith of a mustard seed, man. And ain't talking about having small faith, but increasing in faith, right? Because Yahweh Shai condemned little faith. And now, brethren, I commend you to God and to the word of his grace, which is able to build you up and to give you an inheritance among all them which are sanctified, the elect, man, to be the elect. That's what it's all about. The will of the Father, man. Titus 2:11, for the grace of God that bringeth salvation hath appeared to all men of Israel anyway, not everybody on the earth, but Israelites, teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, be in our right mind, righteously and godly in this present world, man. See, we got to move a certain way here. We can't be in a carnal state of mind. You know, and I mean, you see things in this world that make you want to move carnally, man. The way these Edomites be moving, treating our people, you want to do something about it. But you can't move like that, because that time is going to come when Yahweh Shai is going to put that power on his men to do that work. But right now, we doing away with all that carnality. We doing away with the ways of this world, man. We sacrificing all of the BS that we used to do to get rid of that stuff, to do what's right according to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know? First Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happen unto you. But rejoice in so much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. That's because when he comes back in his glorified state, the men of the Lord will get those glorified bodies as well, man. We will all be transformed. You know, and we are suffering here on this side right now. But like I said, it's bigger things coming, bigger rewards coming at the end of this thing, man. We just got to endure to the end, you know. Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of heaven. So tribulation goes into hard times, man. And nobody said being in this truth was going to be easy. You know, it can be tough at times, but you keep the faith, you know. And I hope this builds some of you brothers up out there, man, because a lot of us need it. You know, give you hope of the kingdom, you know. But with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, and until next time, Shalom.